Hello and welcome to S24 Rundown. I'm Zainab Ibrahim and here's our news in brief. Now the news in details. To start with, a farmer identified as Safi Turak has reportedly been killed in Niger State following a dispute over farmland. The incident occurred in Fuka community where tensions between individuals over land ownership escalated into violence. According to reports, the attacker believed to be a Fulanima allegedly confronted the farmer during a disagreement. The situation quickly turned deadly, resulting in Turak's death. Authorities are yet to release detailed information about arrest or further actions taken in connection with the incident. Meanwhile, residents remain anxious as tensions linger in the area. Now, a Nigerian court had video evidence showing that some of the defendants standing trial for an alleged coup plot admitted they were aware of plans to overthrow President Bola Tinubu's government. The recordings played in open court at the Federal High Court in Abuja captured investigators' interviews with three of the accused, during which two of them acknowledged having prior knowledge of the plot, while another denied any involvement. The court reviewed the recordings as part of proceedings to determine their admissibility, with the trial continuing as authorities attempt to establish each defendant's level of involvement in the alleged plan. Also, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has entered into a new agreement with two Chinese firms as part of efforts to revive Nigeria's struggling refineries. The deal, structured as a memorandum of understanding, was signed with Sanjia Chemical Company Limited and Kinsheg Industrial Park Operation and Management Co. Limited. It is aimed at establishing a potential technical equity partnership to support the completion and operation of the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries. The agreement was signed on April 30, 2026 in Jiangxing, China by NNPCL's Group Chief Executive Officer Bashir Bayo Ojulari alongside senior executive of the two Chinese companies. According to the company, the partnership will go beyond ongoing rehabilitation work. It is expected to cover the full operation and maintenance of the refineries, ensuring improved efficiency and long-term sustainability. Also, the federal government has called for a thorough and impartial investigation into the death of two Nigerians in South Africa amidst growing concerns over xenophobic tensions. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through its spokesperson Kimebi Imomotimi Ebefa, disclosed in Abuja that the government is deeply worried about recent anti-foreigner protests and confirmed that the victims died after sustaining injuries while in custody of South African security agencies. In response, Nigeria is accelerated implementation of a bilateral early warning mechanism with South Africa to help detect and address rising threats against foreign nationals before they escalate. Now, moving on. The immediate past Deputy Governor of Kano State, Aminu Abdulsalam Gwarzo, is set to leave the African Democratic Congress as part of an ongoing wave of political realignment ahead of the 2027 general elections. His planned exit alongside former APC governorship candidate Nasiru Gawuna was confirmed by close associates who indicate that both politicians are preparing to join the Nigerian Democratic Congress. The move is linked to the political direction of Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, whose recent alignments with other opposition figures has triggered shift within the ADC. Sources say consultations are ongoing and formal announcements are expected soon as key players reposition themselves in what analysts describe as a strategic build-up to the next electoral cycle. Now, on the internationals, tensions between the United States and Iran have escalated further as both sides clash over control of the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. launched a military operation aimed at escorting stranded commercial vessels through the waterway, claiming it destroyed several Iranian boats and intercepted drones and missiles. However, Iran rejected these claims and warned that any foreign military presence in the strait would be met with force, insisting that its blockade remains in place. The conflict has disrupted global shipping and raised fears over energy supply, with incidents including attacks on vessels and strikes on oil facilities in the Gulf region. Countries such as Japan have begun sourcing oil from alternative suppliers, while international bodies warn that prolonged hostilities could drive oil prices sharply higher and damage the global economy. Let's move on to our next segment, business news, coming to you after the break.
At a time when businesses are navigating rising costs and shifting global dynamics, today's headlines reveal a common theme: pressure, adaptation, and emerging opportunity. I am Oniye Shukra, and this is your business news update. We begin in Nigeria, where businesses are feeling the weight of rising operational costs. Recent report shows that companies have increased prices to a 16-month high, largely driven by fuel and logistics expenses, even as overall business activities continues to expand. And while costs are rising, Nigeria's banking sector is showing signs of strength. Liquidity within the system has improved following recapitalization efforts. However, that strength is yet to fully translate into increased lending to businesses, raising concerns about real economic growth. And in the markets, Nigerian stock market has opened a month on a positive note. The Nigerian exchange recorded a gain of over 60 billion naira, with all share index rising slightly as investor confidence improves, particularly in large cap and banking stocks. Beyond Nigeria, across Africa, the telecom sector is making a strategic shift. Major operators like MTN Group and Airtel Africa are moving away from diesel-powered infrastructure towards solar energy, cutting costs while improving efficiency and sustainability. On the global stage, Nigeria is stepping into a more prominent role in global energy supply. The Dangote refinery is now supplying jet fuel to international markets, including the United Kingdom, amidst ongoing global supply disruption. And finally, global financial markets are facing renewed uncertainty. Rising geopolitical tension in key oil-producing regions are pushing up crude prices, triggering volatility across markets and raising fresh concerns about inflation. And that's your business news update, tracking the trends shaping Nigeria, Africa, and global economy. We'll be back shortly after the break.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you so much, Shukra Oniye. Now, moving on to our next segment, the newspaper review, and I will be doing this with Abubakar Turaki. Hello, Abubakar.
Hello, sir.
Good to see you again today.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on straight to the business of today, we are going to start with a Punch newspaper. And on the front page, it says APC consensus cool governance, tighten grip on Senate ticket, displays incumbents.
Yeah, Zainab, it's all about power competition, and looking at how the governors really enjoy the power. And let me refer you back to William Bloom, an American journalist, where he wrote a book, American Deadliest Export, which is Democracy, and also a book written by a renowned political scientist, Pippa Norris, where she outlined that if you really want to take advantage of people politically, deprive them their basic right, which is the education. So most of our leaders have actually deprived many Nigerians the basic necessity, which is the education. That is why you will see them after serving for 8 years, they are eyeing to go into the Senate, because most of the former governors, most of the governors have made Senate their permanent retired home. You go there and find people that have been in the Senate for more than 16 years or 20 years doing there, and they have not been doing nothing. This is to tell you one of the major problem that Nigerians are facing, according to some narration, and even many Nigerians are saying that our state governors, they are one of our major problems, because we have seen during the time of Corona, when President Buhari was in power, when the country was in recession, when he came on board on 2015, he have been giving the governors bailout, Paris Club, London Club, most of the funds in order to execute some of the projects. They have not been doing it to the latter, and we have seen a situation whereby the country was in a global recession during the time of coronavirus. Palliative was given to them in order to share among the people. They have been holding the palliative, putting it in their warehouse, their store. It was during that time when mobs were able to at least break through, and they later find out. And even recently, yesterday or day before yesterday, I had one woman, I had a conversation with her, when she was even telling me how all those regional development, regional agencies, they have been conniving with the state governors in order to things, because you have seen a situation whereby we have seen Niger Delta Development Commission is in existence, East Development Commission is in existence, and now we have Northwest Development Commission, they are also in existence. So these are the kind of like regional commission that are aimed to alleviate what people are going through. But this is to show you how state governors are powerful. They can even go beyond their own tentacles in order to manipulate and bring everything very close to them.
So this is about holding the opportunity for new faces to be on the seat, because the idea of agreeing to a consensus is just an agreement, but it's not implemented.
Power tussle. Because so far so good, as I'm speaking to you, over almost 10 governors are trying to go into the Senate, while they are depriving people that are currently serving as senators representing them. Because if I give you example, we have seen the governor of Gombe State anointed himself.
And of course, they have the power to, withdraw these people and hold this mantle. For the governors,
yeah,
they have the power to deny those senates to go back to position.
Of course, you cannot underestimate the power of an executive governor, someone that has immunity, somebody that feels that he can do everything. We have seen many situations whereby most of them are abusing the power whenever they are in power, allegedly. They have been doing, they are even calling themselves Alpha and Omega. They are even calling themselves that they will be the one to do, they will be the one to decide.
So, who do we begin to call out to do the checks and balance? To, who are we supposed to call out to do the checks and balance to identify that these people are not meant to, return to this position, allow new faces to be in this position? Because the people that should be doing the checks and balance are actually the people fighting for the position. So who has started with this responsibility of doing the checks and balance?
Let me just borrow from what Ikon Joella said, like fighting corruption is dangerous. Indeed, it is dangerous. Now fighting this kind of anointing themselves, it will be very difficult, because if you really want to fight this kind of self-centered politics, you need to start from the rudimentary stage, which is very, very difficult, because Nigerians are now in a very Nigerians are now in a political pandemonium. They're experiencing hardship every day. So for you to tell a Nigerian not to vote for so person, vote for that person, it is going to be possible. But until and unless, you know how our politics is being monetized, how our own politics is being classified, and politics in terms of godfatherism and the rest. And those people, our lawmakers are the one responsible to enact a law. But our lawmakers, most of them are former governors. And do you think that they are going to make laws that is going to come back and haunt them? It will be very, very difficult.
So they'll rather make, decisions that will favor them instead.
Of course, we have been seeing the way they are making decisions.
So how do we begin to encourage youth to participate? Because you are one of those people that always mention how youth should be willing to participate in politics. If these people are not even making space for the newer faces?
I so much believe in the Nigerian youth because Nigerian youth are really energetic. They have focus, they have the zeal.
But it is not about being energetic. It is about being given the opportunity to.
But they are focused. They have focused. They have the integrity to do the needful. It is just the matter of chance was not given to them.
That is what.
And as long as with the proliferation of minor political parties like NP, the Nigerian Democratic Congress, I believe if the youth will continue to have eternal focus, let them venture into active politics with integrity, with interest, with focus, with knowledge, and with patriotism in their heart. Those elderly politicians may likely be Nigerian youth, PA and SA.
Let's see how this consensus thing unfold in the APC. I wish some people will speak up and just say, let us adopt the primary election instead of the
sometimes
consensus.
in America, there is what we call electoral college, which to many analysts, they are thinking that is the way of rigging the election. So to me, this consensus and to many Nigerians is a form of electoral
just
manipulation.
Appointing, yes.
Yeah, it's
because if you're doing consensus, not everybody is given the chance to choose. Let's quickly move to our next newspaper. On the Daily Trust front page, it says refineries after 3.2 trillion Chinese firms step in. What are they? Why are they stepping in? What is the effect of this Chinese support?
Yeah, you see, when you're talking of global politics, China is getting momentum, especially in Africa.
Yes.
The way they have been giving aid without much pressure, without much caveat and future. I think this is a good one for Chinese to come and at least support Nigeria refinery. You know, we have at least a government or refinery. We have refinery at Wari, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna. I forgot the other refinery. So I pray this one is going to see the light of the day and signing the memorandum of understanding by the government in order to at least complete the remaining work that is left in the refinery. It will enhance revenue generation in Nigeria, and Nigeria will continue to at least have educate PMS so that we can at least move freely without any
so for this
but
amount,
I am praying, because I always pray and I always urge our government. I pray this is not going to be the previous memorandum of understanding that have been signing by the previous administration.
Yes, I know.
We have seen the situation where Ibe Kachuku was the MD of NNPC. We have seen Mekantibaru. We have seen the time of Mele Kyari. We have even seen the time of Dizani when they were all this kind of memorandum of understanding was signed, and many Nigerians are not even feeling the impact. I believe the president has come up with this initiative. I pray Nigerians will actually enjoy it before his tenure ends, since the country is facing 2027 general elections.
So this huge amount of money, the 3.2 trillion, is actually what has been spent, right? So what happens if this doesn't work out? Because we've seen a lot of written budget on paper, but we fail to see the impact. Yes, the implementation. So what happens if this is another?
Well, you know, in Nigeria, talking is easier than doing. And we recently spoke about how government, how public officers, how powerful they are. So if care is not taking, maybe this fund is being diverted into something else as we are approaching 2027. Now you will be seeing,
seems like this is an opportunity to just loot money.
To loot and reloot. And if care is not taking, maybe they are just trying to divert the attention of Nigeria in order for them to put this money into their own pocket allegedly, so that they can use it in their own 2027 election. We have seen several situations whereby a huge amount of budget was budgeted for a particular project, but at the tail end, when investigation is conducted, you will begin to understand and you begin to rationalize what is the reason behind that.
In as much as we are just saying, it's because we've experienced it before. We hope this is actually different and it comes out positively. So without wasting much of our time, let's move on to our next segment, the S24 reports, coming to you after the break.
Kowa ya san yanayin da ake ciki na halin rayuwa da ya ci aka tsinci kai a ƙasan ma gaba ɗaya. To amma muna ma Allah godiya. Ka san shi yanayin abun ka gode Allah sai Allah ya ƙara ma. Duk da yanayi na kuka ba kuɗi amma dai kasuwa na tafiya alhamdulillah. Kuma in suka zo Egyptian abaya shi nake so kaza kaza gashi to kuma da mu shi muke sayarwa.
Ka mana bayanin bambancin abayan nan. Kamar akwai prices daban-daban, akwai Egyptian abaya, akwai Dubai abaya. Me bambancin su? Fi tsada, wanne mata suka fi so ne?
Gaskiya na Egyptian ya fi tsada, mata sun fi son shi kuma. Dan su products su gaskiya highest quality ne, yana da quality sosai. Kuma ko da na sai da ma customer wanda ta saba sai a hannuna bin jin shakka ta dawo next time saboda na san na sayar mata da quality one. To wannan shine.
Bayan Egyptian abaya, wani irin abaya kuma muke da shi?
No, ina sayar da product ɗaya ne saboda wancan saura na yi su a baya. Wani yanayi zaki ga customer ta siya sai a je store yana fita da sauransu a dawo ana complain, to wannan ne yasa kawai tunda muka samu wannan sai muka dakatar da wayancan muka ci gaba da wayannan.
Ku ba ku da su amma me sunan su?
Akwai na Dubai, na Saudi, amma to dukan dai ba zan ce ba su da quality ba, amma me kai kana bin abin da customer kai ne suka fi tambayan ka.
Ka ce farashin ya canza. To ka mana bayani, kaman a shekara baya nawa ne farashin a baya da yanzu, ya haura ne ko ya ragu?
Akwai abin da yake raguwa ne yanzu a ƙasar nan, ke ba ke san haurawa zai yi.
Daga baki ka za mu ji kwarai a
ya haura mana, ya haura sosai.
Me price difference?
Before za ki iya samu kaman kin zo da 35, 40 za ki zo ki samu quality one wanda yake da ado sosai, amma yanzu kalan za ki rika 70,000 ko 65. Wannan shine.
Shine wani irin abaya kenan?
Wannan kamar Egyptian ne wanda nake da shi nake magana a kai, ba wai wanda na daina saidawa a baya ba.
Good afternoon and welcome back from that break. This is Political Arena on S24 Television. I am your host, Abubakar Traiki. This afternoon, we will be discussing on role of youth in ensuring good governance. Nigeria has a larger youth population and they are very important to the country. Across the nation, young people are no longer staying silent. They are joining discussion, asking leaders to be accountable and helping to shape the future of Nigeria and Africa at large. But the question is, how strong is their impact? Are Nigerian youth really helping to improve governance, or is there still something they need to do? Today, we will look at how young people can promote transparency, accountability, good governance, and national development in Nigerian politics. My guest today is Abdul Muhim Bakale. Abdul Muhim, welcome to Political Arena on S24 Television.
Thank you for having me.
So when we say good governance, what do we mean by good governance?
Good governance means the good, governing of the people, their economy, their level of life, and social well-being.
Well-being.
Yes.
Okay, so as a young person, why do you think that it's very, very important for Nigerian youth to be part in decision-making and ensuring good governance across all the 36 states in Nigeria and beyond Nigeria?
You see, Abubakar, as we have been, hearing about it, okay, people have been saying, you are the leaders of tomorrow. Of course, in any good governance, good...
in any democratic country.
Not really. In any good leadership, youth must be including in the governance in order to have succession. You see, and you see, youths are very important in governing any country.
So how can you get involved in the political and civic process in ensuring good governance in our country, Nigeria?
And you see, goods is very important in every aspect of governance, leadership, civic engagement, to give youths,
The
and women,
opportunity.
yes, and women to be part of it, so that you see they will learn from it, and have the mindset to be there, lead, and of course have a very good representation.
Okay, so in your humble opinion, what do you think is the major problem? Blocking youth from ensuring good governance? Is it the issue of godfatherism, money politics, or the youth are not even ready to at least face Nigeria as their own country?
No, I will not say the issue of godfatherism. Or you see, a lot of Nigerian youths are seeing that Nigeria has belonged to them, and they are patriotic. It's just that the way we find ourselves. You see, most of people in Nigeria, they take politics as a business, governance as a business. But you see, if there are people that are there in their positions are giving opportunities to young people, I believe we will get
It
development.
right.
Yes,
We have seen during the time of late President Muhammadu Buhari, when a law was signed, not too young to run, in order to give the young people the opportunity to participate in the political system. Do you think that there are strong laws that are quite enough in order to enhance and back youth participation in our dear country, Nigeria?
Yes, there is a provision of strong laws to back participation of youths. But you see, as I told you, it's only in Nigeria that we see someone that is 50 years, 60 years, 70 years here and has been in political system. When I say political system, and in election position since, let's say, 20, 30 years back.
Okay, do you mean the presence of older politicians have continued to be a monster to Nigeria?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we have seen situations whereby in many countries, like in country like France, Emmanuel Macron, France president, is still young. You can refer him as a young.
Yes.
So do you think that what can Nigerian youth learn from other people, from other countries?
Yes, of course, Nigerian youths has to show themselves and present themselves that we are ready to take this country. Okay, most of our young people that are into politics or like politics or want to join the system, they are always looking for maybe an appointment to be your SA, your SLA, something like that. So you see, if a young man that is 25, 26, 30 years, 35, start pursuing that I want to become the president of this country, I want to become the governor of my country. So, in every state, if we have like 10 good, energetic young people that, participating and, pursuing that, I want to be a governor. You see, in that 10 people, no matter how, we will get at least 2, 3 that will be, if not successful, we will be almost to be successful, okay? You see, this political system, you have to bring yourself to the table. Nobody.
You mean Nigerian youth should get ready, should try and acquaint themselves with the necessary education, with the necessary
capacity
financial
building,
independence, the capacity and everything that will give them the power in order to venture into politics and be the policymakers they have been yearning and calling for that. Okay, the presence of social media have been a blessing and sometimes have been somehow. So what are your calls to Nigerians youth that are using social media in order to promote their own interests in a direction that is not accepted?
You see, social media is something that, if you look at it on the other leg, it's good. If you look at it at the other leg, it's somehow. When I say somehow, it's not good. You see, and as yourself, you have to brand yourself. So your social media handle is a brand of you.
So you're calling Nigerians to find a way of packaging.
Yes, you have to package it yourself. Like, for example, for me, if you are calling yourself politician or something like that, when I visit your page, I have to, scroll, check on it. You see, 1, 2, 3 can, catch my mind. Okay, this guy, okay, there's something important, interesting here. Okay, let me check you. You see, but some people, they are just misusing their handles. You see someone just sharing something.
They have been
anyhow.
subjected to political boys, political charlatans.
Yes.
Ahead of 2027, due to time.
Yes.
Ahead of 2027, in the next 9 to 8 months to 10 months, Nigerians are going for the general elections. What are your calls to Nigerian youth?
My call to Nigerian youths, they should be law-abiding citizens, and we should come out in mass to exercise our rights. Let us come to vote for who we believe, they can drive our country. Our country is in a very troubled situation. We need to know the people that are supposed to lead us, that are supposed to, protect us, protect us in the sense of security, our economy, and our social well-being.
Thank you so much. That is all what we have. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Having me, Abubakar. Nice to be here with you.
Thank you so much for speaking to us here at S24 Television. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that is all what we have on Political Arena on S24 Television. Stay tuned for our S24 documentary. Thank you.
In the heart of Kermajiji lives a community, often seen but rarely heard. A community defined not by disability, but by resilience. These are men and women who wake up every day determined to survive, to belong, and to be recognized as citizens of their own country. For many people with special needs, survival is not just about food or shelter. It is about security. It is about dignity. And most importantly, it is about the right to exist without fear. Kermajiji became a place of refuge for people with visual impairment and physical disabilities, individuals who had nowhere else to go. Here, they formed a community not out of choice, but out of necessity, a place where they could support one another when the system failed to support them.
They promised us to give us a place in Kermajigi here temporarily, pending the time that they will build for us, which we accepted. That time, this place was bushy. It's a village whereby you can even meet with hyena when you want to go to somewhere.
The land is for the army. So we don't have our own personal land that we are living. It's a temporary. So we need the government, place government to assist us so that to have our own personally.
We have been living in this area since the time of Nasir el-Rufai. God willing, you will understand how difficult life is, and you see that some of the people who helped to build this place have now passed away. May Allah forgive them. In the end, everyone has their own time, and we are also just waiting for ours.
Despite years of building their lives here, the land they stand on does not belong to them. At any moment, they could be asked to leave. No notice, no alternative, no certainty. For a community already facing physical and social barriers, displacement is more than relocation. It is the loss of safety, stability, and hope.
Wannan unguwa an ba mu ne da cewar gwamnati ta ba mu. To amma
The place where we are living now was given to us, but only for a short time. Something that is given to you can be taken back at any time because it does not truly belong to you.
Muke nema a bisa babban ciwon da ya fi damun mu a wannan unguwa.
Again and again, they say the same thing, not as a request, but as a truth. They are human beings, they are citizens, and they deserve the same right as everyone else.
Do Allah, ya duba halin da muke ciki. Mu ma ai mana mahallin nan, ai mana gidaje inda za mu tsuguna da mu da ƴaƴanmu da.
We are asking him in the name of Allah to look at our situation and help us get our own home where we and our families can live. If we have this, we can take care of ourselves and go to a nearby farm.
In kai ka kai kasuwa akwai wanda zai bincika ya ce wannan kiwon makaho ne don haka ba zan tsaya ba.
Mafi yawancinmu wannan barar da ake magana bara.
Many of us are begging, and people call us beggars, but we don't want to keep begging. I don't want to raise my hand to beg. I also want to be able to give others. I also want to be able to give to others.
What they're asking for is simple: a permanent place to live, protection from eviction, access to basic services, and inclusion in decisions that affect their lives. They are not asking for charity. They are asking for justice.
The serious challenges we are facing in this community is how do we be empowered? Not to just give us fish and go. How do we get trade? We have some people in welding, we have some people in tailoring, we have some people in fish farm, poultry keeping, and also computer literate. We are now even trying to establish musicians and also to see how some of our children can be trained into solar energy power establishment, and also to see how this aluminum glass should be being trained to our children and people with disability.
We want to depend on ourselves. We want to become an independent, not depending on somebody. We want to see ourselves going further, not going back.
If now we have something to do, we want our brothers to be like us. May they have something to do like us. We are living together with them, and we have many business people. They are not like begging, and we are enjoying our living. But we want to all of us to be business people or handwork or back to school, because we want our life to be better, more than how you people are.
We are citizens just like everyone else. They were elected by the people, and we are part of those people. Our children will vote, and we will also vote. We have rights just like everyone else.
If they can support at least 150 people out of the 500 people living here with 500,000 naira each, I believe we can help take care of the remaining 350 people ourselves.
As Nigerians, we all have rights and should benefit from the country's all resources. Our grandparents contributed through farming and other means to build and develop this country. They also helped in the growth of democracy. We too should enjoy benefits of this democracy and not to allow only few people to enjoy it while others are left out.
Kermajiji is more than a settlement. It is a proof that even in uncertainty, even in neglect, they can find strength. The question is no longer whether they belong here.
The question is whether we are willing to listen.
Our prayer are answered prayers. Honestly, when we say, may Allah reward you with goodness, Allah will truly reward you with goodness. And what keeps surprising me is the government. Whenever this joint task force is formed, sadly, it is the blind, the disabled, the crippled, the beggar with a broken back. They keep chasing and arresting, whether there is a reason or no reason at all.
When they arrest people, they take them to Buhari and lock them up. Madam, please come with us to Buhari to see the conditions poor people are living in. Is this person not also a citizen of this country? This is where he was born and raised. In one small room, they put about 30 to 50 people together. They give them only a bucket, about 25 liters, and then place it in the middle. If someone wants to urinate, they have to use that bucket. If someone wants to defecate, they also have to use the same bucket in front of everyone.
Welcome back from that break and welcome to Tech Updates, where we discuss technology, innovation, and digital world. I am Aisha Muhammad. Here's what's shaping ICT from Nigeria to the global stage. We begin in Nigeria. Nigeria's digital landscape continues to expand with active internet users reaching over 153 million as of March 2026, adding more than 600,000 new subscribers in just 1 month. MTN Nigeria remains the market leader, followed by Airtel Nigeria and Globacom. And as connectivity grows, support for startup is also deepening. Galaxy Backbone partners ONDI to provide sovereign cloud access for startups. The collaboration will give startups under the iHack program subsidized access to the Galaxy Cloud platform, helping reduce hosting costs and keep critical data within Nigeria. Meanwhile, in the telecom sector, MTN Nigeria begins dividend payment to shareholders. The company is paying out 15 naira per share today following earlier approvals, a move that reinforces investors' confidence in Nigeria's telecom industry. Now, across Africa, digital security is taking center stage. Nigeria Data Protection Commission hosts African Data Privacy Collaboration in Abuja. Delegates from 9 countries are meeting to harmonize data protection laws aimed at strengthening cross-border data trade and improving data security across the continent. And in infrastructure development, Huawei launched AI-powered network architecture in Northern Africa. The new Zenshin system is designed to upgrade campus networks with improved connectivity and enhanced security standards. Meanwhile, the future of media is also under discussion. African Media Convention focuses on digital innovation and AI-driven journalism. The summit in Lusaka is bringing together industry leaders to explore how journalism can remain sustainable in an era of artificial intelligence and algorithm-driven content. Turning now to the global stage, where AI governance is becoming increasingly complex. Global AI regulations begins to diverge across regions. New report shows a growing fragmentation in how countries are regulating artificial intelligence, with different frameworks emerging across Europe, Asia, and other regions. Experts say this could create challenges for global tech companies navigating compliance. And finally, a major security alert in tech industry. Anthropic raises alarm over vulnerability linked to new AI model. Early test of Eat-My-Thoughts system has uncovered thousands of high-risk vulnerability in major operating systems, prompting urgent reviews by global financial institutions, including JP Morgan Chase. And that's it on Tech World, where innovation meets impacts and future breaks in focus. Break entertainment news is up next with Khadija Mohammed. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back from the break. Across screens, stages, and cultures, stories are unfolding, voices are rising, and moments are always going viral. Welcome to your entertainment update for today. I'm Khadija Mohammed. Starting straight with a powerful conversation is unfolding online as people share how grief can feel isolating, even at funerals. An influencer described the painful shift from mourning to normal conversation happening too quickly. Some say, while they were still processing loss, others were laughing, eating, or moving on, leaving them feeling alone in a crowded space. The viral reactions are sparking one message. Grief is deeply personal, and sometimes what people truly need is quiet empathy, not distraction. And moving on from emotional reflection to celebration in the spotlight, the global superstar Chris Brown is marking his 37th birthday with massive love from fans worldwide. With over 100 million records sold and his song spanning nearly 2 decades, his impact on music and dance remains strong. As tribute pour in, anticipation is also building for his upcoming album, keeping fans locked in for what's coming next. And from music to fashion's biggest stage, the Met Gala once again delivered drama, elegance, and bold creativity. It's held at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. Celebrities stepped out in daring looks that pushed boundaries and sparked conversation online. From striking designs to unforgettable red carpet moments, the event proves fashion isn't just style, it is storytelling. And finally, from the modern fashion to ancient rhythm, in Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, the Kosher healing trance dance continues to thrive through hours of clapping, chanting, and dancing around a fire. Healers enter a trance known as Kia, believed to draw sickness out of the body. It's more than tradition. It's a powerful connection between community, spirit, and healing. From shared emotion to global icons and cultural roots, entertainment always connects us all together. And that brings us to today's entertainment update for today. Coming up next is Sport News with Steven after the break.
Hello and welcome to your sport update. Get ready because sport has delivered drama, tension, and headline moments you want to miss. From last minute's goal in the Premier League title race to Champions League dreams hanging in the balance and big performances across Europe, plus a key message from one of Nigeria's brightest stars. There's plenty to unpack. Let's get to it. We begin in England, where the title race has taken another dramatic twist. At Goodison Park, Manchester City were held to a trailing 3-3 draw by Everton, with Jeremy Doku scoring a stoppage time equalizer to rescue a point. However, City's second half collapse may prove costly as the result hands control of the Premier League title race back to Arsenal. The Gunners now need just 3 wins to end their 22-year wait for the title. Their manager, Michael Arteta, is embracing with intensity, urging his players to perform like beasts in their decisive fixtures. Attention also turns to Europe, where Arsenal are chasing history in the UEFA Champions League after securing a 1-1 draw away to Atletico Madrid in the semi-final first leg. The North London side are in a strong position ahead of the return leg at Emirates. Arsenal, who has never lifted a trophy, are aiming to reach their first now since 2006, where they fell short against Barcelona. Also in Spain, Real Madrid continues to deal with injury concerns despite their 2-0 victory over Espanyol. Their defender, Fernand Mendy, has suffered yet another setback, sustaining a muscular injury to his right quad early in the match. The French left-back, who has struggled with recurring fitness issues since joining Madrid, now faces another spell on sidelines, raising concern about his long-term availability. Over in Italy, AS Roma delivered a dominant performance, thrashing Fiorentina 4-0 to boost their Champions League ambition. Goals from Giuliano Mancini and also Wesley and Mario Emenos put Roma firmly in control early on, before Nico Pisci sealed the win in the second half. The result moved Roma within touching distance of a top 4 finish, keeping the pressure firmly on Juventus. Finally, from a Nigerian perspective, former Super Eagle midfielder Osazi Odewinge has advised superstar striker Victor Osimhen to carefully consider his next move, with links to Manchester United growing stronger ahead of the summer transfer window. Odewinge cautioned that pressure on striker at Old Trafford can be overwhelming and potentially damaging to a player's development. And that is it on Sports Updates. Up next is PG News after the break. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Naija people. Na me be una personal person where they always carry the story where they for front. Come meet una for una domot. Our first story today na about man where in name na Safe Turaki, where they for Niger State, where don't lose in life for Fuka community. Wetin happen be say Turaki and one other man been the drag land. The thing start like play, but as they argue who get the farmland, the matter come hot so they reach where the attacker use force on the farmer, will lead to in death. Right now, the people for Fuka community, they live with fear because the police never come out to talk, say tell anybody say they don't catch the person who commits the crime. And they fear say they don't know what will happen again. Another story now inside the Federal High Court for Abuja, where things they hot as they play video for everyone may they see. The video show investigators as they interview 3 men where they catch say they want pull President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government down. For inside the video, 2 of the men agree say they sabi about the plan to take over power by force, but the 3rd person swear say he don't know anything about them. The judge they look the video well, make it fit decide whether he go use them as evidence for the matter, or be make they wait till they find more evidence. To make sure say our refinery start to the work again, NNPCL don't go sign big agreement with 2 China companies. The NNPCL boss Bashir Bayo Ojulari signed the paper for China on April 30th, 2026. President inside the deal be say these China people no go just come go fix the machines for Port Harcourt and Warri again. They go also make sure say they put their own money and they go stay there, make they run the refineries back to back for some times, so that they go make sure say fuel go plenty and things go they move fine before they come out. Another story, the Nigerian government through their person will be Kimibi Imo Motimi Ebinfa. South Africa said they no go agree. 2 Nigerians don't die after they sustained big wound as they did South Africa security people hand, which they call police custody. Nigeria say they must do impartial investigation, meaning say may they know high truth. To stop this kind of thing, the 2 countries want start wasting they call early warning mechanism. Alarm will go blue once they see say South Africa people want start to pursue. The politics matter for 2027 continue to dey boil. The former deputy governor of Kano, Aminu Abdulsalam Gwarzo, and Nasiru Gawuna don ready to leave ADC party. They wan join the new group wey be Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC). People say na Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso dey control the steering for this move. As 2027 dey come, these big men dey find where they go stand so dem fit get power, and people dey carry rumor say more people go fit still join them soon. Wahala don burst for the road where oil ships dey pass. Strait of Hormuz, this one na for outside Nigeria, where America say they use military power destroy Iran boats and drones where they disturb ships. But Iran say na lie, and they don't want say if any outside soldier near that water, they go show them pepper. Because of this fight, ships wey carry oil don trap, and countries like Japan don dey run go find oil for other places. If this fight stay for long, the price of fuel for world market go high, and it go affect everybody pocket. Now all the tori wey we carry today be that. We go see again tomorrow. Make una dey sharp with updates.
Thank you so much, Sadiqa Iso, for that version of the news. We've come to the end of S24 News Rundown. Do join us tomorrow, same time, as you follow us on all our social media platforms at S24 Television. My name is Zainab Ibrahim. Do have a lovely day.